Hi friends, happy Tuesday. Today in social studies, we are going to be reading chapter 4, lesson 4, American Stories. Says lesson 4, American Stories. Over time, American stories are shared by many people. Some stories have facts or parts that are true. Some have parts that are fiction or make-believe. Folk tales. A folk tale is a story from long ago about the lives of real people. Read these folk tales about 3 famous Americans. Davy Crockett. Davy Crockett was born in a cabin in Tennessee in 1786. As a boy, he worked hard to buy a horse and become a great bear hunter. Davy grew up to be a soldier and a government leader. Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Appleseed got his name because he carried sacks of apple seeds everywhere he went. His real name was John Chapman. Johnny planted many apple trees across the country. He wanted people to have enough food to eat. Betsy Ross. Betsy Ross made her living by sewing. One day in 1776, General George Washington, the leader of the American Army, visited her. He asked Betsy to sew the first American flag. Betsy made a flag with 17 stars and stripes, one for each American colony. Tall tales. A tall tale is a story that starts off sounding true, but is mostly fiction. Read these tall tales and think about what parts are fiction. Paul Bunyan. When Paul Bunyan was a baby, he was so big that he ate 40 bowls of oatmeal each day. Paul had a giant blue ox named Babe. He and Babe stomped around Minnesota as they played. Their footprints were huge. The holes filled up with rain and made 10,000 lakes. Pecos Bill. Stories say that Pecos Bill was the best cowboy to ever live. He had a horse that no one else could ride. One day there was a tornado. Pecos Bill jumped on it. The tornado flattened forest. It rained so hard that the canyons washed away. He did not let go until the tornado died down to nothing. This is how people got the idea for rodeo riding. But instead of tornadoes, cowboys ride horses. John Henry. There has been songs and books written about a railroad worker named John Henry. Some say that he was bigger and taller than any other man around. John Henry used his hammer to chip away at rocks so that a big tunnel could be built. With a hammer in each hand, John Henry built the tunnel all by himself. Thank you so much for listening to Chapter 4, Lesson 4, American Stories. Remember to select the assignment that says Social Studies, Chapter 4, Lesson 4, and have an amazing Tuesday.